Hey guys, welcome back. Better Than a Let's Play Season 2, Episode 32. I'm Enigmas, and today we're on Mars. What a damn surprise. We're not here for long, though. I've got something else that I want to show you guys today, but we can't really move on from Mars without finding and hopefully killing this mystical three-headed creeper that I've only heard about. So that's exactly what we're going to do. I have found the entrance to a dungeon. I haven't even bothered to harvest the dash from it. And we're going to go. I've got a pair of spare oxygen tanks with me. I've got enough charge on my gear, I think, to get us through this mess. The floor is green. Beyond that, I have no idea what to expect. Oh, you can hear dripping water. Isn't that cute? Oh, and I brought torches. Excellent. For a second there, I was deeply concerned. The caverns on Mars have many loud, dripping noises. Oh, skeleton. That wasn't a very good skeleton. He was kind of half-assing it, you know what I mean? As skeletons go, that one, he kind of phoned it in. But I guess even skeletons, you know, they get kind of resentful of their employer after a while. If I was a skeleton with two bows, I wouldn't want to work for a three-headed creeper either. Wow. That guy looked suddenly very large. I think he was a pretty normal-sized creeper, but he looked much larger than normal. That guy was trying to be sneaky. I hear all the sounds of hungry monsters. It's kind of high ceiling. I hear the spider that is no doubt up there waiting to drop on my head somewhere. Oh, there, see? And the creeper hiding very well in the corner. Two of them, in fact. They kind of blend with the walls, these guys. Which is, not very nice. I'm not allowed to blend with the walls. Well, I guess technically I am, but nobody would fall for it. I hear that spider. I wonder if maybe he's just on the ground above me. No, I don't want to waste time with that. Oh, here we go. We found we found the source of all the problem. There we go. Evolved zombies. Breaking the cobwebs always goes much faster with the shear tool. So we'll do that, and then we'll remember to switch back to a real weapon. Because we're not done fighting, I don't think. Oh, look at this. More spawners. There's a creeper in the corner. Was a creeper in the corner. Another creeper coming down the hall. Oh, jeez. It started to make the low-pitched cavern noise just as the loot was falling from the ceiling. It scared the hell out of me. Okay. Very interesting. Those look like slime eggs. Creeper egg? What the hell? How do you break a creeper egg? Can you shoot it? No. That is heinous. That's like aliens, only with... Oh, Jesus. What the hell? Let me guess. It despawned. Wow. Okay. So, it's supposed to be that the only way to beat this guy is to knock the TNT that he's lobbing at me back at him. I wish we could get a lit view of this guy. I know. Hey, what do you look like? Wow. That is really just not very nice. This is going to be a long fight. 6 damage for everyone that we send back in his face. And he's got 200 hit points. So this is like come up with one marginally interesting mechanic and then just abuse the shit out of it for as long as possible. What happens if we get up close? I have to remember not to put myself where I can get knocked back into the hallway. Because if this guy resets when I've got like 10 more hit points or something left to kill him, that's when we start weeping uncontrollably. Now, if you're kind of watching what's going on and not clear on what's happening... Oh, jeez. I'm using the railgun projectile to knock back his dynamite. But we're actually going to switch... Oh, look! One of his heads is gone. I'm switching to the normal melee method because I noticed the heat gauge on my suit is going up because of the railgun. So we're just going to swat these back his way. We used a lot of energy, too. Just lobbing these things back at him. As long as our hunger bar holds out. Well, now he's like a creeper with an energy shield. But he's still taking damage and very nearly dead. 3, 2, 1. Now watch all these bastards hatch. That was a big damn creeper. There's no getting around it. And look, probably, yeah, a wee tiny little key. Put that there. I just, these are terrible. I wish I knew what tool destroyed these. I hear a zombie. We're, advancing with lights. Oh, look, all the glowstone. That's excellent. And the key... What? I got a tier 2 dungeon key. It says I'll probably need a tier 1 dungeon key to what? Really? You know how we fix that? Tier 12. Oh, look. Just like that. Yay! We win! And we got an automatic cargo rocket. Which I guess if you were to have, like, really extended operations on the moon and you wanted to transfer inventory back and forth between, like, the moon and the overworld or Mars and the moon or whatever, that would be a handy thing to have. But as far as the rest, why would a giant creeper have all this? I want to know. A big water wheel. Maybe that's to keep all his creeper babbies healthy. They just get in there and they run around like gophers or hamsters or something. And that's the creeper head. We should have a 3-headed creeper head, but we don't. What we have is a bunch of cat music and a key that we didn't need. These are probably the most valuable thing that we got out of this, and of course the rocket that we will never ever use. Yay! And with that comes an end to our Mars adventures. I looked so diligently through what was left of the pack to see what we could use for the nothing factory, and what I found was nothing. So, in the end, The only thing that was in the way of the Nothing Factory was too much nothing. And that meant we had to make some changes because, as far as I can tell, 1.7.x packs are a ways off still. They're just not enough mods ready to kind of start compiling any packs. I've seen some mods that are updated to 1.7, just not enough of them to make, I guess, the mod packs that people want to make. In the meantime, I have to assume that it's not going to be any day in the immediate future where suddenly these packs are going to materialize. At least I hope not. Because if we were to wake up tomorrow and find that all of the mods were ready for 1.7 and then the day after the mod packs route, it means nobody's doing any testing. And that's kind of awful. So we're setting ourselves up to be patient. This is actually the Yogscast Complete Pack, which is a pack put together for the Yogscast by the creators and maintainers of the Resonant Rise mod pack. Apparently the Yogscast use a modified version of this pack for all of the new series that they're currently working on. And I'm going to do something that I would not normally do with regards to a mod pack that I'm using for a series or a part of a series, and that is recommend that none of you use this pack. The reason why I say that is, first and foremost, it's unplayable in its current state. When I first loaded it up, it had something like 237 mods, and that was not activating all of the disabled mods that come with the pack and not deactivating anything. I just load it up and let's see how it runs, and it has memory leaks out the wazoo. I'm talking about using 3.5 gigabytes when it first loads, give or take. 10 minutes later, it's at 4.7 gigabytes and wanting more, and it just goes up and up and up until your system starts running out of memory, physical memory, and then it starts deciding to try and use the cache, which is on your hard drive, so you'll notice the hard drive light just starts going and going and going and doesn't stop, and the game slows down to worse than a crawl. We're talking you get a new frame every 5 to 8 seconds. This is why I don't really like the bloaty packs, is because as much as people want to say that they coordinate with mod devs and they check out this and they check out that, mod pack developers are typically not programmers. They aren't writing patches and code and things to make everything work together. They're basically adjusting config files and liaising with the mod pack developers to say, hey, we're having a problem with your mod not playing well with this. Is there anything you can do about it? And the developer says yay or nay. It's not one of those situations where a mod pack developer can say, oh yeah, we've got like 350,000 mods all running at the same time. Well, I'm sorry, but there's a limit. It's just, there's a coded limit, and once you hit it, it doesn't matter how good you want to make everyone think you are, you hit that limit. So I've actually disabled something like 40 mods out of the pack. After I disabled them, I was getting reasonable frame rates most of the time, but Camera Studio wouldn't work. This time-lapse footage that you're looking at right now, we're building our new facility, or at least the first part of our new facility for the Nothing Factory and everything else we're going to be doing. This is all done with Camera Studio, and I can't envision doing a series without it. So it basically what it comes down to is if I can't get Camera Studio to work with a particular mod pack for any reason, I can't use the mod pack. That's how important it is to me to have that available. And after about an hour and a half of poking around trying to find the reason why Camera Studio wasn't working, I found that the Morph mod that's so popular, that looks like a very interesting and fun mod, is horribly incompatible with Camera Studio. So away went Morph. And then I was still having issues, a little bit of the memory leak issue, and also just generally poor performance. So I decided to install the tick threading mod, so I could hopefully get some insight into exactly what was going on, maybe pin down a mod that wasn't behaving and remove it, or figure something else out. Maybe there was an oddity with my world, something. And I found it's actually very helpful, because not only did it point out that there's really nothing going on with my world, aside from the memory leak, which has slowed down dramatically. I was actually up to play for longer than 10 minutes this time before I kind of hit that wall. But when you run the profile for the tick threading, it actually improves performance for a little while somehow. Don't know how, not gonna lie, I don't care. Just so you know, the reason why all we've got is a 3-headed creeper killing and making 5 ellipsoid kind of shapes out of concrete in our new world is because all of my time has been spent trying to get the foundation for this new world to work. So now that it's working, we're gonna charge forward. We're gonna continue working on the Nothing Factory. That's a big part of it. We're also gonna get into some of the magic stuff, I think, and play around with it just for giggles, because we can't just do the Nothing Factory all the time. And also a little bit of diversity is kind of a nice thing from time to time. And we're gonna basically carry on until we get some 1.7 packs and just hope like crazy that that's going to help resolve a lot of these performance issues with the bloated packs, because I don't see any of the mod developers being enthusiastic about going for the lean packs as a trend. I can see them doing it as sort of like a one-off to keep the lean aficionados happy and then bloat for everyone else because the kids love it. What can you say? So these are the 5 ellipsoids finished. Next episode, we'll actually have something interesting going on. There's a lot of neat things going on in this world, not the least of which being giant trees, witches, all kinds of crazy stuff. We've got all kinds of crazy seeds to mess around with. And of course, whether we want to or not, we've got the Nothing Factory, which actually, we've got so many mods involved now that we can have a lot of fun with that, I think. So please, by all means, leave your comments and feedback. I may do... You know what, I'm not even going to promise to do an in-depth video talking about what I've done to the Yogg's Cast Complete pack. I will say that most of this is considered at the conceptual level, a lot of the systems that I'm doing and things like that. If I can point out what specific mod I'm using, I will, but there's just too many changes to call it any one thing. So comments and feedback anyways. Thanks for watching, guys, and take care.